A small detail in Reacher Season 3 hinted at how the show might end. Based on Lee Child's Persuader, Reacher Season 3 showed a different side to the title character. Most of the characteristics of the leader of the 110th Special Investigators Unit remained the same in the third installment of the series, including his quietness and his sense of justice. Since making its debut in 2022, Reacher has become one of the streamer's most popular TV shows, and it's mostly thanks to how perfectly Alan Ritchson embodies the lead character. However, every season of Reacher brings something new to the table given that they are based on different books in the series. Persuader sees the title character go undercover to hunt down one of his biggest enemies. Reacher Season 3 introduced new characters to the TV show, some of whom had a huge impact on the titular character. Episode 6, in particular, continued to prove that even though the veteran has a tough exterior, he also has a soft side and is always willing to protect those who need him. In Reacher Season 3, Episode 1, the primary protagonist and his new partners come up with a way for him to infiltrate Quinn's inner circle. The plan involved Reacher saving Beck's son, Richard, from a kidnapper. When it worked, Richard, who was immensely grateful to Reacher for his help, introduced him to his father. As Reacher worked to bring down Quinn, he also got close to Richard. He helped him when the town bullies antagonized him and taught him how to defend himself. Considering how busy Beck was with running Quinn's operation, it doesn't come as a surprise that Reacher became a father figure to Richard. The fact that Richard keeps Reacher's true motive for working for Beck a secret shows the profound impact that he has had on the young man. Reacher in turn wanted to ensure that Richard didn't become collateral damage in the war between him and Quinn. While Reacher Season 3 showed a dark side to Alan Ritchson's character, his interactions with Richard proved that he has great paternal instincts and that he would be a good father. While there's no telling how Reacher's story will end, a smart theory states that he might become a father when he is tired of his nomad life. The Prime Video series has had the protagonist have different love interests since the show's first season, one of which, Roscoe, might prove to be the woman Reacher settles down with. There's probably still a long way to go before Reacher decides to leave the uncovering of conspiracies and hunting down criminals behind. But when he does, it's not difficult to imagine him becoming a father. Reacher Seasons and their Rotten Tomatoes score. Reacher Season. Rotten Tomatoes critics score. Reacher Season 1, 92%. Reacher Season 2, 98%. Reacher Season 3, 98%. It's worth mentioning that in Lee Child's best-selling Jack Reacher novels, the title character didn't express any need to start a family. However, considering how close he was with his father and his boss, it isn't too far-fetched to assume that his story might end with Reacher taking on a paternal role. The TV adaptation of Child's novels has made significant changes to its source material, including having Neagley take on a recurring role in the series, meaning the show will probably have a different conclusion to Reacher's story. Reacher Season 2 saw the titular character reunite with the remaining members of the 110th Special Investigators Unit. To his surprise, his friends seemed to have a stable life, including a place they called home, and even started families. Reacher had to face the fact that his independent lifestyle and wandering wouldn't be suitable forever. In Reacher Season 2, Episode 4, Reacher and O'Donnell had a conversation in a diner during their symphony heist. Reacher admitted that if he were to own a piece of land, he would have 4 or 5 dogs. The title character settling down when the Prime Video TV show ends is the perfect conclusion to his story. While the biggest draw about Reacher is that he lives with no obligations, it's also sad, particularly because he seemed the happiest when he was with the 110th Unit. Prime Video's Reacher will have to pick a side, deciding whether Alan Ritchson's character will continue living a nomadic life or will acquire that aforementioned piece of land and settle down.